is August 22nd. The Yankees played 12 innings of gross baseball, then followed up with 17 good ones as they take the series. Let's talk Yanks.
Talking Yanks with old John Boy. John Boy and Jake. Recaps galore, weekly awards, stat lines, steaming hot takes. Get your Yankees news from these two fine dudes. It's time for Talkin' Yanks. Talking Yanks with old John Boy.
Yes.
John Boy and Jake. Talking Yanks with old John Boy. John Boy and Jake.
Hello and welcome to Talkin' Yanks. My name is Jimmy. His name is Jake. Producer BBD in the room. And we will be discussing the series that was Yankees versus Guardians at the stadium. And
What else this episode?
And here's everything you're going to hear this episode. We're going to start, we'll say hi to each other. Then there will be some grounds creeping, injury reports, big stuff coming Big stuff. Jake will burn the 3 games. We will talk about moments and decisions made within those games. Second half of the show then starts where we give out awards. We give out a Pride of the Yankees, give out Yankee MFer, then regular old standard awards. After that, new segment named called Touch-Ups, where we touch on all the things we didn't touch on.
4 ads, you mentioned that?
There's also going to be 4 ads throughout the episode, 1 before grounds creeping, probably 1 before one of the burns, 1 before Pride, and 1 before regular awards, if I had to guess where we place them.
I don't want to say this in a rude way to you. I'd probably 1 lie from you.
I put the over-under at 2.5.
Right. I didn't want to sell it. I didn't want to oversell
So
your
probably
If,
1.
if we call them fibs, for sure over.
Probably
Yeah.
1 reference that's just for ourselves.
More than that.
Yeah.
Like way more than that.
Congrats, my buddy Jack. He just had a baby. So that maybe check that box early.
Yeah. He didn't do it.
No. The start, impactful.
Big part of the process.
How are you feeling?
James Davis, everyone tuning in. Hot week. Oh, Boone's mad at us. Whoa. Michael K. Show. Oh, my God.
That was awesome.
That was great. We love that crew over there. I'm doing well, man. I mean, God, after the longest game of the year, that was a Yankees loss in the 12th inning after they gave up a 6 spot. Feeling.
I like your shoes, Beeps.
Bad feeling.
Got good eyes on those right now.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
He does have too much of eyes on those.
Oh.
Uh-oh. I don't know. We beat the Cleveland Guardians. Judge and Soto are incredible. We got some pitching performances, which are exciting. And, yeah, I don't know. The Yanks are good. It's just a couple of these question marks we'd love to really close up on in the next month.
And shout out to the Mets. Really helped us out.
Yeah.
I mean, here we sit. Yankees are in first place in the division, which I don't know how I feel about. They had this segment on one of the shows. Maybe it was the K show. I was listening when they talked about us and they kept going. Will teams sell out for the division? Or if you're guaranteed, like the Yankees and Orioles are kind of guaranteed if they keep going a nice spot in the standings. Nice, peeps. So they got a game up on the Orioles. Can you flip it to wild card? And if you're watching on YouTube, we have it up on the screen. Wild card, they are 578. So the Orioles are 2.5 up. So,
Which would make us 3.5 up.
yeah. If that's the case, I do wonder how much the Yankees and Orioles will care. I think what's going to happen is the Yankees and Orioles are going to stay this close. They're going to care about only staying this close, or within 2 games of each other, and then use that series, second last series of the season, as this is it.
Yeah, that's what I know. You were doing some turkey math before, almost a partial inside joke there. about lining up in the grounds creeping some of the pitchers that are coming back and lining up pitching for that series. And I'm interested to see because we've talked about a little bit how the Yankees haven't been in like a true pennant race in a while that I remember there was one year that we talked about the Yankees lining up their rotation. I forget if that was for the postseason or for an important end of year series, but I'm wondering, the Yankees are kind of every major league team right now does believe the postseason is a crapshoot.
Yep.
You were wondering if they're going to tinker with their rotation to line up for that Baltimore series. I would obviously support that. I guess I don't necessarily believe that they're going to do that,
I will say that's just a little insight into my mood as I watch these two games and we have the weather that feels like playoffs, even though next week's going to get hot, and I'm not excited about that. And if you didn't listen to us in 2021, like you were a new listener from last year or this year, just something to know about me. I love jumping the gun on playoff rotation stuff.
Right.
Like that's since the start of the show.
Og 22.
Yeah. Me and Beebs were in the spreadsheet lining up. They do have to bump Cole at one point.
If they want Cole to get into that last Orioles series.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes. All right, let's go into the grounds creeping, which will bring us into some other stuff. Grounds creeping today is brought to you by Shady Rays. Jake, if you were out taking care of the ground and it was sunny out, would you wear them over your hat like that, or would you put them over your eyeballs?
Well, if I was taking care of the ground, I'd put them on the ground because that's what Shady Rays does.
They're so sun resistant, you might just kill like two perfectly nice circles of grass.
Right now, they're taking care of my hat. They take care of my eyeballs. There's another funny place I like to wear them where my Shady Rays sit really well.
On your knees?
Yeah, my eye knees.
Yes.
We did a commercial with that and above. Shady Rays are the best. I've been rocking the Jimmy pair. How about that?
Yeah, my custom pair.
Huh.
Yankee pinstripes on the inside. Shady Rays gives one of the best discounts that any of our companies and sponsors give for our audience. It's 50% off 2+ pairs of polarized sunglasses. And if you break them or lose them, they have the most insane protection in all of eyewear. Every pair is backed by lost or broken replacements. So if you don't love your shades, exchange for a new pair, return worry-free within 30 days. And all of that applies to the custom Jimmy and Jake collab shades where you can get Jake's custom pair or my custom pair. So thank you for bringing us to grounds creeping.
Thanks, Shady Rays.
Grounds creeping
There's a lot going on here, Jim.
is faux exciting. Like they put the big graphic up on Yes,
Don't.
and it was just like, guys.
But that's good news.
But you remember last year, the Dodger series, it was like,
right.
Stanton,
That's what I'm. You're depicting this in a little bit of like bad news. In a way, this is good news that it's not Murderers Row coming back. And they didn't even have Jazz Chisholm on the graphic.
Well, that would have made it more exciting.
So you're okay. You want to up the ante on the graphic just a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
That's
So
fair.
Luis Heel was placed on a 15-day IL with lower back strain.
Hey, I hate to cut you off, Jim.
Okay.
Let's do this right now because this is why people like talking Yanks.
You want to do it after
I think.
burn of game one?
Where do we stand with Luis Hill? Like, because, I think everyone initially jumped to maybe fake injury. We're coming up to that point of the season.
Until the IL, I would have really hammered home fake because, and this is stepping on the game one burn a little bit,
Sure.
but he just walked his sixth batter of the game. He walked his sixth batter of the game.
Right.
He forgot the runner was on base, went
Right.
from the windup, allowed Juan to steal second. Almost Juan went to third. He had such a big jump.
Right.
And Boone was top step right away.
Yeah.
And then the trainer came
With
out
trainer
too.
BBD.
Yeah.
And they didn't bring Marlon, which made me wonder if trainer BBD speaks Spanish or if they just didn't care.
Alphonse, is that his name?
He does have a first name
Alfonso, yeah.
Alfonso,
Okay.
yeah.
So let's assume he
Marquez?
speaks Spanish. No.
Nah.
That's
Umpire.
the umpire, right?
Well, Corey,
Famous umps.
Boy Meets World, Corey was two places at once on one episode. A wrestling match and a dance.
One Boy Meets World reference. You could check that box for this episode.
So I would have said they got him out of there,
Yeah.
which I still think they might have. Also, we've seen them do stints late August, early September to get guys rest. And so they could have said, hey, this is a good opportunity. Just
Right.
like get this guy some rest. Maybe he's got something going on with his back. I don't know.
Yeah.
The post-game press conferences, Boone was asked about Heel, and he just talked about his performance on the field.
Yeah.
And then they were like, lower back injury too? And Boone was like, oh, yeah, lower back. And I was like, whoa, okay.
Yeah, I mean, he was definitely I mean, the wind-up stretch thing is weird, and the I don't know. I think there was something going on. I don't know if it was mental or physical. But yeah, I think the next steps as a Yankee fan, and I think this is going to bring everyone into postseason rotation mode, is when they line up when he's going to be back with Clark coming back. That's when the crunch is going to get very veal.
Ooh.
I think we owed the people that heel combo.
Well, real quick
the
on
rest is creeping.
Real quick on heel while we get there. His start on June 14th, was it good or bad?
Top of my head, good.
It was decent.
Was that the first,
he
like,
walked
good one
he
after
walked
bad
he
period?
walked 4.
June 14th?
It was Boston.
Okay.
He walked 4, 5-1. That was when his release point was really low. And his release point's going down again. Usually that means fatigue and tired. And it seems to correlate with walks, but not results.
Can I tell you another thing? Hate to be Jakey Stottlemyre here, but he's throwing his slider a lot more, which that's a pitch that's a little more down than a changeup. That's a pitch that's a little more up.
Yeah.
Again, shout out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm looking at all the pitches, so.
What's the classic Yankees broadcast line they always say? That Stottlemyre named his boat Mo in the ninth or something like that?
Yeah, Mo in the ninth, yeah.
That's always a good one.
Reliable.
I lived in a house that
Always
was neighbors with Stottlemyre. Not at the same time. Like, I lived there, and he was gone. But I moved in, and they said, oh, Stottlemyre used to rent that house. I said, cool.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. All right, ground creeping.
Yeah.
Clark Schmidt throwing a 50-pitch rehab assignment on Friday in Double-A Somerset. So 50 pitches, rehab assignment. Real quick on Clark, in our Google sheet where we did map out everything, which now I forget where the hell that sheet is.
You moved it off where...
Oh, here it is. Here it is. He's lined up where they wanted him. Like his third start would be while they're in the road in Arlington. And then his fourth start would be while they're in Chicago, which I think they might tap in if Heal's injured. Heel and Clark now are set to join the rotation at the same time. Coming off IL and Clark's, if he wants to make 3 starts, then join, which like we were like, ooh, that could be a fun like piggyback game, which pushes Cole one, gets him in line for Baltimore. We'll tell him about it. So Clark's pitching. That's the exciting part. John Birdie rehabbing Double-A. Ian Hamilton rehabbing at Double-A. Cody Poteet rehabbing at Double-A. Those 3 are like, okay. It doesn't necessarily mean much. It can mean good. It can mean nothing. Right. Rizzo will DH a rehab assignment in Double-A this weekend. Now, I run a segment on this program called Grounds Creeping where I do the injury updates. Yeah. This was unexpected. We haven't had the pacing to get to he's playing in a game.
It's a combination of things. It was Rizzo's performance was so bad this year, and the injury when it initially happened, I mean, it just kind of looked like a tumble. Like if that injury happened in our warehouse, we'd be like, they're probably okay. And then for Rizzo, they were like, yeah, 6 to 8 weeks, whatever.
Broken arm, like down here.
Yeah. And then, yeah, I mean, you're right. On the Yankee, normal yard chart, we normally get like, okay, they were playing around in the pool, and you're like, oh, that's nice. Air swings. And we were kind of getting those with Rizzo, which means normal Yankee season, we're a month out from being a month out. But I think this whole Rizzo thing has been like basically let's get him back 3 weeks before almost kind of Yankee years have passed. Like he's Anthony Rizzo. Let's just get him on that 3-week timeline, and hopefully he looks like Anthony Rizzo then.
Yeah, the DH thing is interesting because my good pal Joe Girardi, who's not my good pal, but I like him, when he was talking about Stanton skipping rehab games, he was saying if you DH and you don't really need to. Like the rehab games are much more for being on your feet for 9 innings, being mentally locked in for 9 innings. So Rizzo's DHing a doubleheader. I would guess they're going to try and do like 3 games where he plays the field and maybe one where he doesn't play all 5 and then where he like ramps up to playing all 9 innings. So I still think it's probably, but then after that, I think he's up no matter results because his defense is going to grade out better And if he can just like get hit by a pitch and Roger Dorn his way, he's better than what we have. And I think that's maybe why they're rushing him.
Yeah,
maybe it's not rushed. Maybe they just were slow.
Yeah, I don't know about the term rushing. I think him and Clark I would almost view in the same boat. Like, I think if the playoffs started September 1st, I think their timelines would have been sped up a little bit. Since the playoffs start October 1st, I think this is just what they're on.
I can believe that.
And yeah, Ben Rice has been a delightful part of this Yankee season, but the stats are pretty rough recently. And when you think about Anthony Rizzo knowing and playing first base, we almost had another Ben Rice situation at first base today with Cole. DJ's range has looked very limited throughout. And if Rizzo can play first base at an okay level, we still think Rizzo has the ability to pull a grounder if you need to get a runner from second to third, hit a fly ball if there's a runner on third with less than 2 outs. So
I've seen him bunt the other way.
That person in a big game hitting 7th, we can use that currently. Worst case.
I ran into something interesting.
Okay.
The Patriots are not home, Beebs.
Do you know where they are? I can look into it.
The 22nd. When would it's this weekend? Portland, Maine.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, I think that's Maine.
So
they got all those guys going to Maine.
This time of year, it's where you want to be. To be honest,
where do the Yankees go after Colorado?
They host our Rockies this weekend, and then they head to the Nationals.
Interesting. Why are they sending him there? The Scranton Wilkes-Barre is in St. Paul,
Minnesota.
Yeah,
that's why.
I guess so. But still, that's like,
why are those teams?
Where's Hudson Valley?
Well, I don't know. They're not going to do high A, I don't think.
Well, it's a rehab.
Double A and Triple A are the same thing nowadays. That's really good mailbox fodder with your neighbor.
So I thought they were doing Somerset because they're home, but they're both on the road. That kind of stinks. So I think that we're probably looking at Monday or Tuesday. Do you think Rizzo goes on the road the 26th, 27th, 28th? Or do you think he just waits that out and returns on the August 30th?
August 30th. He still has to play first base. The DH spot's not going to be open for him.
Oh, I know. But they could play.
That's the difference between the stand situation. He still needs to feel playing a game at first base.
Yeah. You could DH and then play first the next 2 games and feel ready. Okay. Well, the interesting thing is if Birdie is coming back,
right? When
Birdie, Rizzo, and Jazz are back, because for Birdie, Peraza goes down. For Rizzo,
Ben
Rice goes down. Jazz, and hopefully Jazz is first or before. Then you got to make a decision. Are you going to send Oswaldo Cabrera down? That's rude. Are you going to DFA DJ LeMahieu?
If you wait till September 1st, you're okay, right?
So one of those guys is going to get delayed. But I think you want Dominguez up September 1st.
That's what I was trying to tell you this last episode. I don't think the Yanks are in on Dominguez this year.
I don't know, man. Don't count out Verdugo also as a DFA candidate.
Yeah, that's where things get interesting. Verdugo, DJ.
They won't do that to Verdugo because they hate fucking with guys' free agency.
Right, and I think here's the game that you should play, whether it's add the game to the list. The game I like to play is, and you can use this during trade season or you could use this during free agency or right now. If they were released tomorrow, what does that look like? If Alex Verdugo got released by the Yankees, which I think you're right, I don't think they would do, a team would give him a shot. He's played fine defense this year. His numbers versus righties are still towards league average, and he could have more in his bat. DJ, it's been a really tough year. And I don't know. I mean, I think if you had to look at anything, it would be like, hey, DJ, we're going to need you to at least go on the IL for a couple weeks, which I know that's faux pas.
Because DJ...
But what's DJ doing?
Well, here's the conversation. We're getting into a lot of conversations we usually say for the end of the show.
Big up.
DJ's got...
I think people are interested in it.
$30 million left, which is around the time they cut bait.
Yeah, that's around the number where Ellsbury was, around the number where A-Rod was.
But
they would still, out of respect, bring him to the end of the year.
Yes.
I think so.
Or they'd cut him in the next week like they did with Donaldson, but that was a dead season.
So with DJ, I don't think they're going to DFA him because you owe him that money. Like, I think that they think with an off season and then maybe a swing change or like a lot of work.
One last shot.
There's still talent in the body and something is amiss from the injury. And they have him for 2 years, so I think they're going to try and save him to give him that offseason come back. The only way you do that...
to let him start the year and see.
The only way you do that is by allowing him to go on the IL, dude.
Right.
Or working with him on that, which is, you get in trouble if you do that. The Mets... GM got fined or whatever so it's got to be like whatever. He's done for this season. There's just nothing. It's crazy what's happening. So the roster crunch is interesting.
I think the only thing I'd add is I think if this did get that messy, I unfortunately do think they would send Oswaldo down for like 10 days.
That stinks though.
I know. I think they would. I don't think they should.
Yeah. And then with Hamilton and all the relievers, Tim Mays has got options, which is kind of crazy. I didn't know that.
Right?
Optionable?
2 options.
2 options, yeah.
I've felt like either the last 2 days they could have grabbed a fresh arm. They didn't.
Yeah.
Just a surprising fact to learn.
Knew they were going to beat him.
He only threw 12 pitches in the first game, and they used him the next day.
Yeah. The using the next day I thought was the sign.
Yeah. Okay, so the fun roster crunch is happening.
A lot.
It is start happening more and more as we go, but it's cool. All right, let's do the next thing we do here, which is burn the games. 12-inning affair, game 1 here.
We're brought to you by Tommy John. Go get yourself a pair of Tommy John. We were talking before the show. I think we're both going to load up. Maybe everyone here, because it's a good feeling. And yeah, I don't know what goes on, whether it's the laundry monster or if you do a trip and one gets left in the sheets and then you show up to the Airbnb and now someone's wearing my Tommy Johns. I made the switch to all Tommy John, and it's kind of the best. And I think I'm literally going to use this right now. TommyJohn.com/Yanks, 20% off your first order at Tommy John. So again, Tommy John probably doesn't like this part. I may make up an email. Maybe I'll use Jess's. But I kind of in on that 20% discount. So go check them out. Their Second Skin underwear, TommyJohn.com/Yanks. Click the link. See the site for details. Last read I made into a paper airplane. I'm going to keep this because I literally was going to buy TJ yesterday. Now I'm getting it today.
All right.
It's an adult move.
Here we go.
The Guardians drove into town, and if they wanted to get over the Luis heel, it'd be behind Matt Oil Can Boyd for Cleveland. Let's belly up for 2. Soto, Judge, back to back, but the Guards would come back heavy with 3 over the next 3 innings, so heavy they hurt. Luis Hill's back. He's out. 3-2 Cleveland until Anthony sauces one up in the gap. We're tied at trees after 4. And it stay that way into the 12th. Austin tries to go to the Wells once more, but Grisham gets thrown out at home in the 8th. Buenos, Cantos, and we're on the highway to hell. 6 runs for Cleveland in the 12th. Longest game of the whole MLB season as the Yankees lose 9-5-12.
We won't harp on this game too much.
We kind of already did.
But Mike De Leon,
Okay.
super producer, technician in the office, brand new, spanking new Yankees fan this year and in. Like jumped on the train.
All in.
And he not only like jumped on the back of the train, he's been running and like jumping to the next cart and the next cart. You know what I mean? Like he's going to be driving the train come 3 years.
Right.
He said, yeah, that game, I kept staying up really late because it was close. And then at the end, I was just really tired and sad.
Yeah.
And when they pushed across those last runs to make it
9-3.
9-3, even at 5-3, okay, a home run ties it.
Right. You don't like it, but.
Yeah. Then the next thing, it's a triple. And it's 8th, and you're like, oh, my goodness. And then you replay just all the miserable plays in this game, man. And it's, hey, when we talk to people about how do you feel about the team come playoffs, say, yeah, I think they're good enough to make a deep run, and then we'll see. You got to get certain guys hot. Bullpen worries me a little bit. No one says worried about their general sloppiness.
Right.
And, we should, bullpen, lefty pitchers, no, just sometimes they're just awful fundamentally. DJ was asleep this game. Trent Grisham doesn't round third hard. DJ doesn't touch first base on the double play.
Right.
It was some of the mistakes were egregious.
The DJ one, I at least half get the thought process. Let's get the force out, and there's a runner on third that, I don't know, if a pickle starts. I don't know. I at least get half the thought process there. And then I can't believe I'm saying
he
this.
thought it would have taken too much time to take a step over.
Well, I don't think him and, I don't know. I'm not going to say that part. Trent Grisham, I mean, there was that moment that Luis Rojas starts rounding him with both arms up that you're like, that is a little weird, Luis. I didn't need that. But Trent Grisham also could have been running so much harder so many times.
You're supposed to break it down after you run past third.
Yes.
You're not.
Either way.
You don't break it down, whatever.
And you could
he still never ran.
Where that catch got made, he was walking into second base. He wasn't even in athletic positions that it's one of those things that, you defend the guy, he moves at the beat of his own drum. The guys don't think he's ever really hustling. And then a play like this happens.
That's what he joked about. It looks like I'm never hustling. I found a video where he hustled.
Awful.
Remember I sent that to you guys?
Yeah. I mean, he's athletic. He covers ground in center field. He moves pretty well, but that's really tough, man.
I found
in a game you lose in 12 innings.
I found a clip. It was in Boston. And now I feel like I can say this. It was a ball that Glaber and Volpe dropped in between them. And see if I can actually find this. And Trent has to run and pick up the ball. Right?
Right.
And I almost tweeted out, oh, no. Trent got caught trying.
Right.
And when you see that run that I'll show you, you'll be like, oh, yeah, that's not what any of the other times look like. And it stinks.
Yeah.
But, yeah, dude, run. Did you see, Volpe turn that double play? That's why I tweeted out, Volpe intensity, because we just don't see it elsewhere sometimes. So that was frustrating. The DJ stuff is super frustrating. And then some of the other sloppy play in this game. So this is the troubling part for me, Jake, is some of the other sloppy play. You have the heel stuff. Then you have Leiter trying to throw the pickoff and misthrows it to DJ again. And then DJ, again, doesn't touch second. No one covered in the rundown early on. A lot of that's DJ. And then you have DJ ranging all the way out there and Talkin. And I think they said, let's get Rizzo going. And you can say none of those mistakes are fully on playoff guys, which is a little bit of an out. But if you wanted to sum this series up and say the playoff crew played well, you kind of can make that argument. I don't want to because it excuses so much nonsense that shouldn't be excused. With Leiter coming back, with Trevino, you can really see the running game coming back into play.
Leiter coming back?
With the Leiter pickoff play that I mentioned in there, because Leiter's a playoff guy and Trevino will be catching. But you can see the running coming back with Trevino back there. And they have to do a lot to counter that.
Yeah.
And Leiter's, has he pitched with Trevi yet? Was that his first time? Because we talked to Boone about this, about a new pitcher coming on and like, hey, like learning, like you got to buy in, dude. You need to help out here with your pickoffs and you're changing up your timing and all that to help Trevi out. And I think we saw Leiter. Maybe it was Meza.
Well, they had him. He just beefed the throw.
Yes, but there was also other stolen bases in this game and just like more attempted running in general, which is a thing.
Yeah. 2 off Wells, 1 off Trevi.
Yeah. Some of those plays are just crazy, dude.
Yeah, it's part of the thing that feels off, that I think there's other teams around the league that don't feel off about that.
Yeah. Well, I'm just so sick of, I don't know if anyone, did you watch Grisham's post-game press conference?
Did.
One, the journalists were done with him. Like, he answered 2 questions, and then he looked around, and everyone was just like, whatever, dude. Get out of here. I was like, oh, damn. Like, they didn't even, like, press him. Because he just was like,
They're tired, too.
Yeah, it was a
Extra
long day.
work for them.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So, sloppy game.
Judge and Soto homered.
Judge and Soto homered. They pinch hit Wells. He barrels 2 balls. One caught at the wall, the other one off the wall that Grisham didn't score on. They pinch hit Oswaldo. He barrels 2 balls. I don't think he had anything to show for it either, but just hard contact, driving the ball. It's like, start the guys that hit. Start the guys that are having good at-bats. You just have to. You just do. So, that's game 1. It was a bummer. I didn't like it. To game 2, I'm going to try and find this Grisham play so everyone knows what it looks like when he runs.
Killer C's on the bump as Cortes would share the mound with Joey Cantillo for the Guards. Bottom 2, Soto Soto. 2-0 Yanks. Make it 4. Here comes the Judge. The Bronx brothers do it again, and they weren't done yet. Soto with a Prague playground, a.k.a. a check swing, for a 3-run double and Captain Crunch. 8 runs Yanks, 8 runs Judge and Soto. And how about 0 runs given up by Nestor? 7 innings pitched, 3 hits, 0 walks, 4 Ks. Hey, Tim Meza. Yanks win 8-1 final.
Nice game here. Nice game here.
What you want?
Beebs, I'm going to Slack you this link, and then you grab it. Maybe we just show it whenever you're ready. Now that I've talked about it, I want to tease the people, open their eyes a little bit. Anything on this game that won't be an award? Question mark.
Anything in this game that won't be an award?
Yeah, like a lot of the performances in this game, I think, will be talked, like the personal performances will be talked about there. Glaber leads off and has 2 hits, which leads to a 2-run homer right away, which is nice. And then Soto takes a nice walk, and that leads to a 2-run homer by Judge. And that was nice to have your top guys do it.
Yeah, cool to see. Man, it's funny. I mean, obviously, Judge and Soto have had so many big games, but to see a leadoff hitter also with like 2 hits, 2 runs. Haven't been a ton of box scores that look like that. No, we see. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's all negative. Like Ben Rice, no hits. Oh, Judge, Soto, Nestor.
Tim Meza.
DeMesa was there.
All right, check this out.
Back to back.
This video is when Trent got caught trying. As fast as I've seen him run all season. Oh, right there. Those 5 steps. That's not how we ran around the bases.
No.
That's a gear you don't, look at that. Dude, that's hustle.
He has a couple other of those when he's chasing down balls in the gap. That his shoulders go down, his arms go out. It's a little bit of Talkman playing free safety out there. A little throwback. But yeah, he has it.
Yeah.
It's just not how he plays.
It's not how he plays. Good stuff here in this game. Needed it. Like, honestly, we'll get into it later, but needed it. Needed it big time. Okay. Mesa ruined the shutout, so.
He was mad about it. He had a good reaction.
That's good for him. Judge is unbelievable.
Yes. As is Soto.
Sterling's in the booth. Grounds creeping. Sterling might be back for postseason games.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Interested.
Yep. Okay. Let's go to game trace.
Ain't nothing but a G thing, baby. As Gavin versus Garrett in the rubber match zeroes into the 4th, and the Guardians are sounding like your friend who knows they did something bad. Stop judging me. Number 48 for the big man, 1-0 Yanks. Meanwhile, Cole had a Storielli start, a.k.a. an interesting beauty. 6 innings pitched, 1 hit, 5 walks, 2 Ks. But 0 earned runs. Could the offense play that sweet music? Giancarlo, let the rhythm take you over, Giancarlo. Te quiero. 3-run homers, an optical illusion that shows up the well sack fly and bends later. Afternoon snoozer after that. Cole to Hill to Weave Dog to Talkin. Yanks win 6-0 and take the series 2 games out of 3.
Good joke in there.
What was that?
Was it a truth or a joke? Both. Sometimes
Aren't
the truth
most
is
jokes?
funny. Sometimes the truth is funny.
Aren't most?
Another great game. Like, dude, if you're looking for a rubber match weekday day game, this fit the bill. Because the Stan homer came at the perfect time. You're like, oh, great. Nice. I thought I was going to have to lock in and put my feelings on the line middle of the day on a Thursday.
It was just a little boring.
That's perfect for the situation.
I would have liked just a little more.
Oh, no.
Like, there was a moment in the 3rd inning that I was like, is this game happening?
That's weekday day game vibes. But
we're saying the same thing,
yeah.
but different, Pop. I just needed, the meter was at 2. I needed it at 3.
Oh, I like it
I
at
needed a stolen base.
that meter was at 1.
A nice
the
double
entire
play.
game.
Yeah, I mean, this
Which
almost
is what
wasn't
I-
a game, which you need more than that.
I like that on a weekday. You know,
Stanton wasn't a 1.
can't get my heart beaten.
Stanton wasn't a 1.
Stan, that was nice.
He
Yeah.
wasn't a 1.
If Stan got out there, which I said, like, they better blow it open this inning.
Right.
And then if they didn't, I would have had to, sit up in my seat and stuff. Right. Everyone got a hard hit ball besides Oswaldo Cabrera. That's nice. Let's see how many. 1, 2, 3, 4 different players with RBIs. That's nice. And a lot of walks.
Yeah, I guess that's the thing. The Cole 5 walks. Gavin Williams had 4 walks. That it's just like
They
okay.
did say this when they gave the scouting report.
Friendly.
They did say he was like the most hitter-friendly
Meters all the way down.
Couldn't see the meter.
Yeah, 1, 2, 5, 6, and then 6. 6 walks both sides? No. 8.
8 for the Yanks.
Good stuff. And what do you know? Judge homers again.
Yes. Yeah.
He's like crazy good. Tim Hill, Weaver, and then the Tonk Daddy strikes out 2 of the 3 he faces.
Hey, I've got something.
Yeah.
I'm mad at the Yes Network.
Ooh.
Oh, it's getting real,
Let
huh?
me drink my salt.
Tim Hill came in one of these games. I think the first game he came in. And they showed his season stats. do not care about White Sox Tim Hill. That guy is dead and gone as far as I'm concerned.
Don't show Tonkin's season stats.
It's
either.
Yankee stats. Like they showed his season stats, and it's like, oh my god! Like his opposing batting average was like in the 300s. I was like, time out.
It's like going to
No.
couples therapy, and you're like, well, with his last girlfriend, he did this, and he's like, whoa, hold up, that's done.
So all right.
What are his Yankee stats? He's got a.
Dude, you're gonna love a couple Tim Hill things.
Ooh, outperforming his FIP.
Well, yeah, because he's not striking anyone out.
He's like the don't strike people out
coming
guy.
into today. 8 strikeouts in 28 innings. I haven't seen that in modern ball. Tim Hill, smoke him if you got him.
29 hits in 28 innings.
Yeah. Oh, dude, the season stats were rough to look at.
Not walking, guys.
How's that happening?
We're watching something special. 2.6 K per 9 with the Yanks.
It's good stuff. All right, let's get into some awards then. Lineup wise, they did nothing really that new, right?
I mean, there's still some like Peraza and Ben Rice action, but
yeah, but nothing got really
really
changed up. When Trevi played, did he bat way higher? Yeah. That's the last game too, but he batted 6th.
I mean, I think it would just,
which he hadn't done all year. But obviously you have different guys.
DJ sat game 2 against the lefty for Ben Rice, so of note.
They needed to give him some days off. And then he got the next day off too, right?
Yeah.
That was pretty paramount. Okay. Stanton cleanup and then Wells 5th. So they still did that game too. And I don't know if I agree with that, but whatever. Whatever. All right, second half of the show, we're going to give out some awards. And whether you're cheering on your alma mater,
DraftKings,
or just love the thrill of college football, you're going to want to listen to this. Right now, all new customers who bet just $5 on anything will get $200 in bonus bets instantly.
DraftKings.
With our partners at DraftKings. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers use promo code YANKS and bet just $5 on any wager and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. That's promo code YANKS only at DraftKings Sportsbook. I think I've had good posture this show.
I've been checking my DraftKings more recently.
Nice.
Because I forgot I placed a bunch of before the season baseball bets, and like we're coming up on them now, so it's kind of fun.
Oh, did I bet Judge to lead the
Go
league?
Rays, go!
I placed a bunch of those too.
You
I
did.
think that's an annual one for you.
I should check my bets. It's a good call.
Check my Spanish.
Mamacita.
Inside joke.
All right, I get to give out pride.
Oh!
Pride of the Yankees.
I get to go first. That's right. I've done it. I'm going first. Bad. I mean, it's like a blunt-nosed airplane.
Impressive in a way.
You need a tip.
Impressive. You can do that.
My pride of the Yankees, and I'm honestly pumped to give this out.
Ooh.
Like,
Pump the jam.
pumped
Pump it
to
up.
give this out. Nestor Cortes Jr.
Okay.
Like, super excited. I don't know if I've given him pride this year. Maybe I have. Maybe I haven't. Looks like I have. Looks like I have. April 21st against the Rays.
This is...
Dude, I care more about this. This is the thing I care about most. The game before, Tim Hill, Mark Leiter, Luke Weaver, Tom McCainley, Clay Holmes, Jake Cousins, Tim Meza, Michael Tonkin. All pitched.
Right.
Had to eat so many innings. They didn't call up anyone. They didn't make any changes.
None.
Nestor had to pitch well for his own sake because he needs to keep pitching well. Because I think he's going to be fighting for a spot on the in the playoff rotation. I mean, I don't think he has it right now, and maybe, who knows. So for his own sake, very excited. But dude, what he did for the team, I bet the whole bullpen just shook his hand after the game. That is a stopper on a horrible extra inning loss. That's the type of shit where you hear stories where and maybe he did, I didn't hear it, in the 10th inning. You used to hear this about CeCe. In the 10th inning, he'd go, oh shit, I'm going home. And would go home and get some sleep so he can get him early and look at stuff and start prepping. Was that Cole, CeCe? They used to tell stories about that, which was awesome. All right, it's up to me tomorrow. So, I mean, in the first inning, 8 pitches, next inning, 10 pitches, next inning, 10 pitches, pounded the zone. They're a team that swings early, pounded it correctly, pitched with a little bit of spunk and fire. So what he did was one of the more important starts of the season. Just grabbing the ball and telling the guys, I fucking got it. Don't worry. So maybe my favorite pride I've given out of the season thus far.
I mean, I love it. Nestor's been one of the more interesting topics of this year, from the home road splits to some of the feel of it to, the highs and lows of a season that, again, it's part of the beauty of this show that we get to be fans. And that's why we talk after the game and we do it live and all of that. That it's funny. I'd love to go back and listen to Nestor's PPP, because I think if we said, hey, Nestor Cortes Jr. is going to be, 100, he's at 148.1 innings right now with a 4 ERA on the nose. Would we take that from Nestor? I think before the season we would have said, yeah. And we've got a month to go, and it looks like he's peaking. So, again, with 1 month to go, a lot can happen. Nestor could have 3 more bangers, and then he could have 2 duds, and we'll be like, hey, I don't know if Nestor's on the postseason roster. Mm-hmm. So it's hopefully continues to be one of the fun conversations as we head towards the finish line. And yeah, the Rays have stacked righties on him this year. We've seen a lot of teams stack righties. That the Guardians can't fully do that. They had 3 true lefties in their lineup. I mean, Juan is one of the best lefties in baseball, so I'm not going to take away from that one. But yeah, I'm excited to see the next steps from Nestor, because wherever you're at with Heel, wherever you're at with Clark, Nestor Cortes could still get a playoff start for this team. And I think the other thing for me is just when we start doing that stuff for real, when it's the week before and it's coming up, that's real foxhole stuff. And Nestor's a foxhole guy for me. I've seen him do everything on the mound. I've seen him be good. I've seen him be bad. That if Nestor comes to the line looking good, how do the other starters work? The Luis Heel part of this conversation that's every Yankee fan's been having for a while now. / do we need lefties in the pen? Because Nestor's been great against lefties. But is that what you want? I don't know. I just feel like when we get to the finish line of the season, and if it's do or die or playoff baseball, I know what Nestor's going to give me on his bad day. He's going to scramble in a playoff start and not give in. And I feel like I'm going to want to go down with him over someone else.
Want to hear something wild?
Yep.
Nestor's last 2 starts, 7 innings pitched, 104 pitches thrown, 3 hits allowed, 0 earned runs, 0 walks. Yep. 104 pitches both times. 7 innings both times. That's wild. 3 hits both times. Mirrored his starts. Only thing is, White Sox, not that good. They struck out 9 times. Guardians, good. They struck out 4 times. And then the fun stat we pulled from Inside Edge was 14 straight innings without allowing an earned run. Raisel Iglesias has the longest active streak, 22. So he mirrors it again. Rice will probably blows it by the time he does that. And he's there.
Rifle. Yeah, and wherever anyone currently lands on Nestor, 16th in innings pitched this year. That's big. It's big for the team.
Big for the team. So he's my pride.
Good.
God damn it.
Go then.
I just clicked that notification again. I got to mark it as unread. Just keeps happening.
That link BBD sent you that looks like it's the San Francisco Chronicle, but then you click it and it's
You.
something like that. It's like 5 of me. Not more. Anyways, I'll go, I'm going to go Judge.
And why?
Let's not. He homered in every game. And one game twice.
So I have a theory. You see this game, Judge and Soto both homered. Judge homers a ton.
Yeah.
I have a theory of why the Yankees are so good against the good teams and not as good against the bad teams. The bad teams don't have pride.
And
they're just like,
deal with them.
Nope, not going to let these guys beat us. They're better than us.
They're so much better.
We'll walk them.
We have
make the other guys beat us. The good teams.
Hey, guess what? We're about to beat the Yankees.
We're good. If we want to beat the Yankees in playoffs, let's get these guys out now.
Slider away.
So they pitch to Judge. And what does he do?
Home
Smokes them.
Home runs.
So that's my newest theory on why they're so good against good teams and not that good against bad teams. Because the good teams pitch to Judge and Soto, which is just a colossal mistake.
Colossal. And I like when you say that.
Thank you.
7
RBI. I have a
RBI.
ton of note cards here with a bunch of
3
7
games. That's good.
It's really good.
It's like 2.3 per game. That's a little low.
Dude, his stats, like I tweeted out, like this hot streak he's on.
Yeah.
Since the ejection is unbelievable. It's like 90 games now with a 1.4 OPS and like I think almost a 400 batting average.
It's another no one's ever done this split.
The graphic,
The guys that have done anything close to it are all accused of cheating.
Not even just one of them. The graphic where it's his weighted runs created plus.
It's just Barry.
It's just Bonds.
Yeah.
And then it's a bunch of guys before World War I even. No, World War II. There's some 1920s in there. It's
I think Frank Thomas had one.
I was
big
doing the
season.
math in my head in the office. This is this take out Barry Bonds, which I don't fully because you saw it and it was cool.
It
I
happened.
do a little.
Yeah, it's same thing.
Yeah.
I don't but I do a little, but not fully. It's the best season anyone's seen alive. I was doing the math. I looked at all the other names. Is anyone alive that watched these guys play with their brain memory?
Is anyone alive?
And no, like my grandma barely watched Babe Ruth play, and she is passed. So like, go tell your dad. Like I tell my dad, he listens to the show. This is the best season you've ever seen in your life. He's watched a lot of baseball seasons. That's wild. Besides Barry Bonds, which is half.
Right. Your dad loves Roy White, so I don't know.
Yeah,
A lot of dads love.
a lot of
Roy
dads
White.
like Roy White.
Moms love Andy Pettit. Dads love Roy White. Print the shirts. Here's $1 million.
Someone pays us to not make them.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's see.
Where's Buck at? Bring Buck show up.
Why isn't Buck on a network? Let's see if Buck will call. We'll just have him call in, leave us voicemails.
We could get Buck's number.
All right, Judge's best OPS this season. The team he's got the best OPS against. Los Angeles Dodgers.
It's good.
The team he's got the worst OPS against. The Miami
Los
Marlins.
Angeles Dodgers.
The defense rests.
The defense is resting over here, so.
The defense just rested. I solved it. All right, let's talk about some bad stuff.
You Yankee motherfucker.
You're up.
Damn. Oh, DJ.
Okay.
It's going to go DJ. I can think about it more. We can talk about it or not talk about it. But DJ, it's making me sad. Making me real sad. I don't know why.
Pretty sad.
I don't know why his wherewithal is slumping with his bat. You know?
Right.
The fielding being also just a giant tick off
Yeah.
is it's like when Rizzo was playing concussed last year. But DJ didn't get hit in the head. So it's just real sad to watch.
So we've done a lot with DJ in the past couple years. He's had a couple hot spells that you're like, okay, that looked right. This year he has not had that. I don't know. Again, I look at a lot of baseball reference pages. I like clicking around the league, see what's going on, vibing, doing my thing. You look at DJ's last 4 years now. The 3 years before this, again, it's significantly down for where it was at in his Yankees peak. Around league average, and you're like, okay, that's good. He won the Util Gold Glove. Forgot about that. But the other thing, DJ's glove at third is solid. I think there's been a couple moments where the range is limited, but we also saw DJ has a signature play at third. He kind of has that slide to the side, Olay, turns around, fires to first, bongo. We don't need him at third. DJ's never looked great at first. Like, it was just kind of like, hey, DJ's tall and can play first. And we made our jokes about him being over there. But DJ, I don't know. Clearly, there's either a step off, whether that's age. He's 36 now. He's never been a true first baseman. Like, he was serviceable over there, but it's not like, I don't think there's a DJ highlight reel that we can roll out at first base. Yeah, I don't know. He has to feel very lost right now. From Aaron Judge being on stage saying, as long as Boone puts me, DJ, and Soto up there, we'll figure it out, to where he's at now. Can't be in a good headspace, and I'm guessing physically not in a great body space.
Yeah, I would guess that as well.
Body space.
What stat do you like more? Runs created plus, weighted runs created plus, WAR. Do you have one that you like, Beebs, the most?
I like WRC plus the most of what we've just said.
WOBA. Okay. Weighted runs created plus. Out of all players with 210 plate appearances, number 1, Aaron Judge. Number 2, Juan Soto.
Hey.
That's good stuff. And then you go down to the bottom of it. Number 307, Tim Anderson. Currently not playing, right?
I don't believe so.
Believe
306, Brandon Drury. Is he still getting run?
He was out for a while. He's back now, and I think the Halos are rolling it.
Number 305, Javier Baez.
Sure.
Number 304, Eddie Rosario.
Yeah.
And number 303, DJ LeMahieu.
Yeah.
Yeah. So not good. Was what I was getting at there.
You're right.
Who's your MFer?
Hey, man, I don't know if you're going to like this, and I don't know if I like this.
Brandon Drury, 307. Tim Anderson, 306. DJ, 305 in OPS.
I think I'm going Tim Mesa.
Oh.
And I know there's part of you that's not going to like that. But losing the shutout, that's tough.
I don't know.
That's tough. And then he was
You don't think there's other real options?
the start of the extra. I think it is a real option.
Like Verdugo not getting it's kind of crazy, dude.
I said what I said. I think he can get an award because that's the upcoming part of the show for those people just tuning in. We already did the burns. We already did the groundskeeping.
Most at-bats this season. Most at-bats this series. Alex Verdugo.
2 stolen bases, though.
I don't remember either of those.
It's tough.
Okay. I thought maybe Grish, maybe Verdugo.
I thought about Grisham, but we covered that whole thing. I'm sorry, Tim Meza. You mentioned Mike before. He was asking me questions about Tim Meza. One of the best relievers in baseball last year. Been one of the worst this year, unfortunately. 6 sport.
All right. Next up, regular old award.
Brought to you by Pickett, Jim. Pickett is a free bet tracker that allows you to see all of your bets in one place. The app tells you teams, players, bet types that you are most profitable on. Little analytics here. That's what you're about. And they're hosting an influencer event called Pickett at the Park this weekend. Shows, BBD, book it with Trent, Kelly in Vegas, Ariel Epstein, BDGE, Heat Daddy. I'm debating. I'm not sure if I can yet. It's this Saturday, August 24th at Yankee Stadium. Rockies versus Yanks. Come check it out. They're going to be at Billy's before the game. They're going to be in the game during the game. It's going to be a nice little summer time. Maybe a couple beads of sweat. Grab a ticket. Come meet us there with Pickett. Come pick it. I'm on Pickett now. My bets are public. Waiting for those season-long ones to cash.
All right. My first award of the regular old awards section is the Weebles Wobble Award.
The Weebles Wobble.
Weebles Wobble.
I feel like you've done this before.
Oh, I don't know if I have. If I have, that'd be cool because it'd be like it's subconsciously I do this.
The Weebles Wobble. Hey, get up now. Man, I think I'm going to throw out a wrong guess, but I'm going to guess Giancarlo Stanton.
No. Sorry.
It's okay. I prefaced it.
I'm sorry. Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. And I'm giving that to the Weave Dog. Because you want to win, you got to put Weaver in. Well, guess what he did a couple outings ago, Jake?
Right.
5 earned runs, right? And people have been waiting for him, this to go back to a pumpkin. There's doubters out there, not amongst us, but
Who's
people out
doubting?
there, non-Yankees fans, pissed off that Luke Weaver's all of a sudden
Okay.
a high leverage
That's
guy.
fair.
Right? He went 3 earned runs against Boston, then he goes 5 earned runs against Texas, and you're like, Well, since then, 4 clean.
Okay.
Getting strikeouts, pounding the zone, gives up a hit maybe, gives up a walk, whatever. He doesn't fall down.
No.
So it's paramount to me. I need 2 guys. I need 4.
Right.
We're not going to get 4 that I can be like, we got him. I like him. He's doing well. No, Dad. Don't worry. I like him. He's doing good. And if I lost him,
Ooh.
it's like, I don't know what we got.
Right.
So, it's happy to see him pitch this series. 3 clean innings. He pitched in every game.
Not every game.
No, not 2. Obviously,
Yeah.
that was just
He
Nestor to
pitched,
Tim. Yeah.
1 in the 12-inning game, and then 1 today.
Yeah.
Point
Ground ball batting average against Luke Weaver
111.
0.
Better.
That's with the runners in scoring position. You forgot.
Okay.
Yeah,
I forgot.
you forgot.
Leave dog.
Weave dog. I need it.
Gentle leg kick. That's it.
Slide step. Just kind of balanced him out, Made him so it wouldn't fall down.
A little pissy.
I got to look at his splits with runners in scoring position because, some of the stats I'm running into, they look nice.
Okay.
With runners in scoring position, opponents are hitting 122,
Bang.
which is 4th best among AL relievers.
Like that.
Runners in scoring position, he's walked 3 of 59 batters, which is 7th best among AL relievers. So I'm going to go look at his actual numbers with runners on. Because I think they're going to be good. 122 batting average against, 203 on base percentage against. Good shit. The weave.
Nice, Jim.
Thank you.
Good?
I'm all done.
Okay. I'm going to give out the Lucky Prison Fight Award.
Oh, the Lucky Prison Fight Award. My guess would be this is about Juan Soto's check swing. That would just be my guess. Like, you got lucky? Nah, dude. I meant to do that. You know, classic movie scene. It's just a guess. Could be totally wrong. Maybe it's so right, you change who you're giving it to because you're like, that's good.
It's illegal.
Awesome. Yankees have optioned Oswald Peraza to AAA Scranton.
For Jazz?
My guess is for Jazz.
I guess it would be Jazz.
That's good news.
Or Birdie.
No, Birdie's playing in Maine.
It's going
said-
to Alex Verdugo.
Jazz, do you want to do a rehab game? Where? Maine. No.
Never was. They used the machine for him. They talked about it. It's going to Alex Verdugo because he dodged a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, you were kind of tag team helping him out there. Went Tim. Not on the roster, Mesa.
He is now. Great ERA last year.
Pitched
nice
in the
guy.
8-1, 8
Came to the
game.
offense. 12th inning game. Come on, longest game of the season.
Not supposed to be there.
He was.
Yeah.
Said that about Talkin. Doogie. A lot of talk about batting gloves. We talked about this. When you come back, probably going to be unfairly judged on a few at-bats, but bad.
Yeah, it's getting to the point where it is DFA-able. Even his defense has suffered. If you look at his splits defensively, like I don't think he's grading out well back there. So that's like tough times for him, man. He was crushing it, and all of a sudden, I don't know what happened, but something happened.
What do we got? Your guy Mitchell Parker, Patrick Corbin, and Mackenzie Gore. I don't know.
What about those guys?
I mean, Corbin and Gore are lefty. Is my
Parker,
guy
I
Mitchell
believe,
Parker
is as
lefty?
Oh, who we're coming up against?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I don't want to get you too excited for this, but I will. After that, it's a St. Louis Cardinals series, and it looks like your guy Lance Lynn's pitching game too. So,
Really?
yeah.
How's he been doing?
He has hit a new level. I think the kids are calling it aura.
Yeah. 2.210 earned against the Nats recently.
0.210 earned.
Damn, 82 pitches. Oh my goodness. How did he survive that? Is he coming off injury to face us? He hasn't pitched since July 30th.
They've got him listed as the Saturday 8:31 starter.
Is that his major return? Man, 82 pitches in 2.2 is kind of wild.
It's a lot.
Like, how'd they let him do that?
It's exhausting.
Why'd they send him back out for the third? I guess he gave up 9 in the first 2. Hey, Lance, go eat some more. All right. Yeah, Verdugo. Not good. Not good.
Okay.
384 OPS on the homestand for Verdugo.
Will they?
Dude, I really don't know.
Will they do it September 1st so he can't be on another team's playoff roster? It's kind of D-bag crew.
They usually don't do that. Like, they have a good reputation with like free agents of not fucking guys over
Right.
before their window. So I don't know how they do it, but Dominguez is hot. I know he didn't have a good game. against the Yanks or against whatever Little League World Series game against fucking best pitcher in baseball. But his last 8 games and down in the farm, even including that one game, because when you do it on the website, it includes it,
Game he played.
The game he played for the Yankees, it includes it in his last 8 games where he has a 387 batting average and a 941 OPS. And did you see that Jason Dominguez threw a runner out yesterday? It was a nice throw. Again, though, it was the trail runner, like what he was trying to do at the end of the game. But yeah, I don't know what you do with Verdugo, man.
We did on the voicemail show on this channel, we did our first like playoff roster preview, and we were like, I think Doogie's off, which felt crazy to say. But there's like it was hard to see him and Dominguez both being on the team when you do some roster numbers.
Yeah, I mean, of qualified hitters, he has the 10th worst OPS in baseball on the season, and it's not good. 176 batting average with 2 outs, which is the 4th lowest. I think a lot of things are low. Yeah. Prison fight. Yeah, with him and DJ, I don't know. They just keep doing it.
They're 2 very empty spots right now.
Very
It's not
empty.
like, hey, there's this happening today. We can use them. It's empty.
I wonder if I think there's a way I can combine Verdugo and DJ. And let's do what, like the last month in August since the break? What have they combined for? How many plate appearances have they gotten? How many hits? Here we go. I think I did it. I've never done a search like this. I think What? It's giving me the pitchers' numbers that pitched against them, which might be nice to look at, but I want just the hitters' numbers. All right, 199 plate appearances. The last 199 plate appearances of DJ and Verdugo combined. 201 batting average.
Not good.
263 on base.
Not good.
293 slug.
A lot worse.
Yeah. And then I'd be interested to know who's dragging who down. Or are they equal? Because that's combined.
I think DJ's been a little worse. They
I
put
think
up some,
Doogie had that those two good series.
They put up some stats on.
Okay, DJ has one of the slash lines won.
Okay.
Which one would you guess it is?
Slug.
Yep. DJ's got a 309 slugging since the break. Verdugo's got a 283. DJ with a 191 batting average. Verdugo with a 208. And Verdugo and DJ, Verdugo 285 on base. DJ 227. What are they doing? I know it's a tough decision. Like I understand the delicacy of the decision of cutting $30 million when maybe he can do something to get better in the offseason when he's really healthy. But how long can you do the dance for? If Rice was hitting, does he get starts? If Rizzo's back, what do they do? Yeah,
roster spot more important.
I mean, also like expected stats. Are they good at all? Barrels, like if I do that, is anyone getting unlucky here?
I think DJ. I was looking at his Savant the other day. He's got something weird, like he still in a way makes good contact or something like that, but it's nothing.
Verdugo has barreled 7 balls. DJ has barreled 2. Verdugo's expected slugging is 351. DJ's expecting slugging is 341. And then expected batting average 243 and 227. So, like, there's nothing there.
Like DJ technically still squares up balls, but they don't go anywhere.
I feel like I might have saw a similar number on the DJ front. Like the ball he's hit the hardest this year is in line with previous maxes. It's like you can use that to say it's in there.
Yeah, if you toggle solid contact, DJ has 6 and Verdugo has 4 since the break.
Judges every day.
Damn, man. That stinks. All right, am I up?
You sure are.
Where's me notes? Where's me notes? Where's me notes? Okay, I am giving out the let me see. The King Will Save Us award.
The King will save us.
Or maybe something like the hero will be our hero.
The hero will be our hero.
Same vibe.
Is the same vibe. Means there's 3 options.
Yeah, right? Like I made this nice for you.
No.
You
that's tough.
I made it nice for you.
3 very clear options. That makes it very difficult.
I made this nice.
I think both. I would note down both were very difficult from you today.
My first one,
Garrett Cole.
Weaver, Weeble, First one was tough. No way you're going to get it. No, not Garrett Cole.
Stan or Soto.
Juan Soto. A stat we talked about while we were watching the game. Juan Soto has 5 home runs against left-hand pitchers over the last 2 weeks, which is the most by any batter in Major League Baseball. Yankees haven't done good against left-handed pitchers. Well, why didn't our hero just be the hero? Okay, we need to do better. I'll just hit homers. I'll just smoke the ball. When he cleared the bases on that bunt, was that versus a lefty or righty? I'm forgetting.
The squibber.
Yeah, he blocked it down the line. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. Lefty, bam.
Still Cantillo.
Does it. Volpe saw that the next day, or maybe same day. He said, I'll have some of that. He blocked one, hit the bag.
Some of that.
Baseball. Juan Soto. He'll just hit the lefties, okay?
Hit them all.
That's what he'll do.
Why not?
The other stat we have here on the sheet that needs to be shared is as far as chase percentage goes, swinging at pitches out of the zone. Aaron Judge is the second lowest in chase percentage. Only 18.6% of the pitches out of the zone will he swing at, which is a huge deal when you're getting pitched around as much as you are. First place, Juan Soto, of all qualified batters in the American League. So that's nice. Not chasing.
Not chasing.
Not chasing.
They're special. It's very cool to watch every day.
Yeah, Soto's awesome.
Very cool to watch every day. All right, the final award of the show. Prestige. Thoughts.
Damnation.
It's the Star Insurance Award.
Ooh. The Star Insurance Award. And who should we talk about that we haven't talked about that everyone wants to talk about? Talk about it. Save it.
Save that.
Star Insurance. Anthony Volpe?
Everyone's talking about it.
Yeah.
It is not Anthony Volpe, who deserves to be talked about. Nice little series. 4 hits, 3 walks. We really like that.
Nice double play turned.
Jim, it's our insurance policy. Jake Cousins.
Ooh.
2 innings in that 12-inning game. It should be highlighted. It should have been like one of the first things we mentioned. In the extra-inning game, he comes out twice with a runner starting on second base and gets out of it. slinging that slide or slanging that slang. And man, it's that one felt pretty cool because we just did sharp stats with Jake Cousins. We were getting more and more into Jake Cousins. His name is Jake. His cousin Kirk is a quarterback, and maybe to start being cool, like if he gets 1 or 2 more saves during Kirk Cousins games, they'll be like, "Hey, his cousin's playing for the Yankees." Be like, "Wow, cool broadcast."
This broadcast, it's cool.
The season can sneak up on you, Jim. 24 games, 27.2 innings pitched, 38 strikeouts. Jake Cousins has been quacktastic.
That's quacktastic.
78%.
He's your Clay Holmes insurance policy.
First pitch, 78% strikes.
Go at him.
Go at him. He's got 4 3-pitch strikeouts this month alone.
Look at that.
Jake Cousins. Yeah. The Wells pick on the strike 3 to the lefty. I forget who it was.
Instant tag.
But the pick itself was really nice,
Foul
too.
ball
That's
fest.
a nasty slider.
Foul ball festival.
Yeah. So, good job by Jake Cousins. A little cleanup here. What did I call it? Touch-up? Cleanup's better. I like cleanup more.
Clean up.
We didn't talk about Stan's home run. Well, we talked about Stan's home run, but that was still got to come through with the runner in scoring position. He did there. That was nice. Kind of what you need from Stan in this. You're not going to get high batting average. You just need to have an impactful swing 1 every 3 games.
Right. Right.
And that's kind of what you're getting from him. Wells, I thought I know he didn't get it that many. He got results, get some RBIs, some sac flies, but he just is squaring every ball up he swings at.
Fun to watch.
Seems like he squares it up like crazy. And then Volpe, no award for him, but obviously us asking for him to get a couple days rest before Peraza got sent down because he was scuffling, made the airwaves. Didn't need it.
Play
Well
like
rested.
this, we'll never rest you.
Had some big swings, looked good, and 3 walks. So it's like a whole new Volpe.
The walks. Mas.
Oswaldo Cabrera doesn't have much for show for it, but I thought he barreled up a ton of balls as well.
He got Schneemaned.
And then Cole, odd start. You compared it to your face and your beauty, but it was odd, but he got it done.
Amen.
Good stuff. I think that's it. Nice play.
That was Oswaldo.
Yeah, he had a couple, man, where it's just like,
Yeah, he showed frustration, which that's normally not his jam.
yeah. I'd love to see Wells's, like, of the last X amount of balls he's put in play. What's the exit velo on him, you know? Because I just feel like he's just crushing it. Is that it? That's the show. We're done. We're good. What a good show. What a good job by us. Congratulations to everyone that listened. Congratulations to everyone that participated. See you later. Go Yanks. Tell them, Grams.
Go Yankees.